Hello, fellas and ladies. We got just a little more diff. I'm just kidding, a lot more diff. Or am I kidding? Maybe a little more. So much more, I think, like the rest of the week's worth. But maybe just a 15 minutes more if you go to Bite-Size Breakdown right this second and read a big ol' article I wrote where I rank all 60 movies I saw, which would be great if you did. Next up is If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, directed by Mary Bronstein, a director I'm unaware of, but also directed a film called Yeast in 2008, which I now intend to see. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You portrays Rose Byrne's character's slowly debilitating mental state as she's pretty much single-handedly taking care of a child with an unknown illness, and a bunch of other struggles of being a mother get thrown at her ad nausea, especially in the wake of having to leave their apartment after a giant hole bursts through the ceiling. Let me fucking tell you. I got something to tell you. Shut up. Let me tell you something. Let me just tell you something. If you you got high and watched this movie, you're a fucking madman. This is a movie that's going to frustrate you by design. Mary Bronstein does a purposeful job to really get you in this woman's mindset and make you want to like scream. Not because you're scared, but because you're just like, God, stop everything at once. Things are thrown at Rose Byrne's character at a unbelievable extent. There is so much going on in her life, and any given moment you can see this woman just bursting. And Rose Byrne does an outstanding, and I mean outstanding, job of portraying this character, this mother of a sick child that just has to properly juggle the mundane issues of being a mom while that are being compounded by this illness, while also, you know, juggling work and other responsibilities and building a home almost entirely by herself while her husband away. This is easily the best performance I've ever seen Rose Byrne give. This is her magnum opus, as she just rides this ride just so perfectly. It's such a unbelievably frustrating thing to watch, and she conveys that with so much humanity and perfection. This is a very flawed person. On top of everything that's happening to her, she's also kind of putting herself in a couple of holes. Maybe you do kind of question if this person's a very good mother. Nothing she does is not understandable, but I do think the movie wants you to judge her in moments. And Rose Byrne is perfect at this. She does a perfect job. The writing and direction from Mary Bronstein really helps elevate this high wire act of frustration. There's a masterful portrayal of chaos going around here, with also elevated by incredible sound work, I should say, to almost to a degree that perhaps some of the things that happen are just there to stress us out even more for no reason other than to stress us out. Like, some characters are just assholes for no real reason. Like, a thing happens involving a car that it's just kind of there just to be like, oh, also this. Some of the things are added there for understandable reasons. Like, I get why it's all there. I'm just saying, if there was a flaw with this movie's desire to really make you just make it an agonizing experience, that's what the problem is. But nothing feels like forced. We kind of watched this woman crash out for 2 hours and do things that you just oh, don't do that. It's the thing she does to the daughter that I was like, oh, why are we doing this? Why are we going here? It's very unpleasant and overwhelming, but in a really effective way. They make a very interesting creative decision to never show the daughter's face, and it's just this annoying voice in the background. And I think that was such an excellent creative decision to make you kind of want to just shut this fucking child up. And you do kind of want to feel guilty about that. That's kind of the point. The movie is kind of enforcing these guilty feelings that come from an understandable place where it's still I shouldn't feel that. I shouldn't want to punch a child in the face, especially one that we haven't even seen. There's also some pretty interesting supporting performances from Conan O'Brien, who plays a very gentle therapist. He has some very darkly funny moments. Obviously, Conan O'Brien's one of the funniest humans on earth. But he plays in a way he doesn't know he's being funny, and it works perfectly. A$AP Rocky, who's also excellent in Highest to Lowest, also has a really nice supporting performance. Big shout out to Mary Bronstein for getting these unorthodox performances out of these two actors. That's a really big testament to how great Mary Bronstein is as a director, I would say. I will say there was a thing with I mentioned earlier that there was a hole in the roof. I don't think I liked that. I think I need another viewing to get what. They go a little further with that, and I won't say what it is. Maybe it's a metaphor I'm not getting, but they do something with that hole that I don't think needed to be there. But if I had an issue, it would be that it didn't impact much. I can't stress it enough, though. Going to this movie, you're probably going to feel pretty negative. It's a pretty overwhelming experience. So you're going to feel some things you don't want to feel. Like I said earlier in the review, you're going to want to punch a child in the face. These are ugly feelings, and the movie makes sure you feel that way. It is made and designed to propel those feelings. And for a lot of people, they don't want to feel that, and that makes sense. And to that, I'd say, come for the Rose Byrne performance. She's fucking fantastic. But I think that these negative feelings are in favor of an interesting, like, portrayal and, like, breakdown of this dynamic of this woman on the verge of a crash out who has these understandable but odd feelings, and you just kind of want to hug her and also be like, what the fuck is wrong with you at the same time? And I think that dynamic is really very, very interesting, and probably one of the year's more surprising films. If I Legs That Kick You is bound to elicit certain feelings that's going to give you a migraine, but that's all par for the course here, and Mary Bronstein delivers these punches with expert intent and successful frustration, with Rose Byrne giving a career best performance that drives his high wire examination on maternal stress home. And I'm going to go ahead and give it 9 burns out of 10. I really love this movie. I really can't recommend it enough. It's a lot, but it's worth it. Let's grab a chair. Get out of here. Get out of here.